Hello and welcome back to Solo Minute. It's the daily podcast where we analyze, scrutinize, and suddenly, out of recharge mode, arrives the 1996 action movie Solo, from minute 1 to minute 94.
94.
I am Pete the Retailer from PeteTheRetailer.com.
I'm Alex Robinson from AOL.com.
I am Tony Consiglio from tpublic.com/double Tony, something like that. But type in double Tony on tpublic. That works.
There you go. Thanks for joining us, finishing out the week with us here, Tony.
Oh, no problem. I'm having a great time already.
Oh yeah, it's a regular action thriller, sci-fi action thriller.
Yeah.
Well, we're up to minute 30 already. Look, a half hour in, and the plot is advancing. We're minute 30 starts with Miguel.
It literally feels like we just started.
It does. It's you know. Yeah, minute 30 starts with Miguel entering the ruins, and it ends with Solo waking up to catch a snake.
Catch a snake.
Yeah, he's doing a regular waken snake.
He tried for Kill a Mockingbird, but instead he got Catch a Snake.
Yeah, it's the sequel. Kill a Mockingbird to catch a snake.
And it's like seize a trout. And,
To seize a trout.
Grab a
Turtle.
Turtle. Grab a turtle.
Grab a
Grab a
turtle.
turtle.
Yeah.
And eventually it goes downhill from there.
It gets worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we see Miguel picking up the gun at the beginning of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kid does not know how to hold a gun. He's holding it like by like the barrel, but not even what's the round part you put the bullets in? The chamber?
The chamber, yes.
Oh my gosh, what a bunch of
it came out of it looked like it came out of a cigar box or something. What was going on there?
Yeah, I think he's hiding his in the last couple of minutes. I don't know if we actually saw him in the last scene where they were Rio, the warlord, was harassing the villagers, and I think I forgot if we said this yesterday, but that Miguel was there, kind of watching it, getting upset about it, and so he's going to get his gun to help defend the village against Rio. So I guess he's got this stash. I don't know where he got it, but his idea is, I'm assuming, he's going to bring it back and maybe shoot Rio. Or is
he got a gun?
He doesn't even have any bullets.
Maybe pistol whip him. Maybe he's going to pistol whip everybody.
Yeah.
Or throw it at him. They always throw it at him at the...
I mean, there's
he can't even hold the gun. How's he going to throw it?
Maybe he was just taking it out. He was going to the box to get his jacks and whatever else is in there.
Well, according to my copy of the Solo Visual Encyclopedia,
I got that.
Miguel and his friends went in and bought the gun together, and it was up to he was the one who bought the gun, and they were the ones who were supposed to provide the bullets. But
but now they're separated. Or are they in a different cave getting the bullets?
They're in a different cave. One of them's finding a wizard. One of them's finding a robot. Well, we already have a robot, a pirate. Yeah. They're all finding different experts that they can bring in to help free the village. So
Miguel's friends, one of their dads is about to go for a cigar, and he opened the box and it's just filled with bullets, and he's like, "What is this?"
Well, no. Then he picks up a bullet and he put.
Then he lights it, yeah, and then it blows up.
Lights it,
yeah, and then his face is all smudged,
And he's like, Julio, and then we cut to Julio in another cave, and Julio has pulled out the box and opens it up, and it's full of cigars, and he's like,
and then it cuts to Miguel shooting the gun, and cigars are all coming out of the barrel.
Trying to shove the cigars
lands in Rio's mouth, like, and he's like, But yeah, what do you think about this gun hiding spot? I mean, do people go in here? It's not like a tourist ruins, you know what I mean? Like we've gone on tours of ruins. It's not like a tourist trap thing where people go through and there's a guide going through telling them during the day, or they're a bunch of people.
Well, did you poke around? Maybe there were guns all hidden in there.
Oh, I don't know. No, I didn't think about that.
ancient Aztec guns that were hidden away.
Oh, you know what? I
from,
think you have to. We were on the sick animal track where we found some weird, wild jungle animals, jungle creatures, and I think if you go the other way, you can find like you decide beforehand. It's like checking off what kind of dinner you want at a wedding.
And you chose sick animal path.
We chose taking care of animals because it was
nice.
Yeah,
that's not something Solo would do. Solo he's I think he's more
hardcore.
machine than man.
He's hardcore.
Personally.
So, then Miguel is, I guess, in his haste to get his gun. Miguel, get your gun.
Miguel's got a gun.
He, I guess, disturbs the resting spot, the nesting spot, of I believe this to be a tropical rattlesnake.
Are there such things?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the resting spot of Mario Van Peebles, because wasn't he like pretty much laying right next to the rattlesnake?
Yeah, well, this is the cave. I don't remember what minute it was, but after the helicopter crash, he managed to stumble his way into the cave. This is the same cave that we saw. So he's been sitting there in recharge mode because he's damaged and he's low on juice. How far will he go to get it? I guess we'll find out. But the Crotalus durissus. Crotalus durissus.
The bounty hunter?
Yeah.
That's Latin?
This is a bounty hunter who's sent here to find Solo by William Sadler and the other guy.
He's way off the track.
But that's the South American rattlesnake, also known as the tropical rattlesnake. And it's here. I'll give you some other names. Ready? It's the South American rattlesnake, tropical rattlesnake, neotropical rattlesnake.
That's for the Matrix.
The Guyana rattlesnake. In Spanish, it's Víbora de Cascabel. Does that sound right? Cascabella. I'm turning it into Italian. I'm like, hey, Cascabel. In Portuguese, Cascabel.
Speaking of snakes, I don't know if you know, but there's one like right behind you.
Behind me?
Just be careful.
Is it gone? Is it gone?
I actually have a slightly amusing rattlesnake story to share.
Wait, the story that a rattlesnake told you?
It's a tale that a rattlesnake told me in exchange for gold.
A snake tale.
I was visiting our guest commentator Tony Consiglio here down in Arizona.
That's right.
We, the two of us and our respective wives had rented an Airbnb in the kind of, not wilds exactly of Arizona, but like a more slightly rural.
Yeah, we're right up against the mountains. We're pretty close to desert.
And we were there for a few nights, and on, I think it was our penultimate night.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out, we're all hanging out in the back, like patio and stuff, because it was a nice, cool night outside. And, we suddenly we were missing something or something. We're like, oh, let's turn on the porch light so we can see what's going on. We turn on the porch light.
Turn on your porch light.
And there's literally a rattlesnake right there on the patio with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
We easily could have walked right on top of it.
Oh my God.
It was like right next to the door too. And so we were terrified.
And they sound exactly the way they do in the movies. It made a rattling sound. I thought that was like a fake sound. I thought maybe
it's
a real
not
sound.
kidding around. Yeah.
No, they're not.
So
that's terrifying.
We all ran inside and never went out again until
never went out
the
again.
next day.
And that's why you guys are recording from rural New Mexico.
from snake-proof bunkers that we were in. So I'm generally not afraid of snakes, though. You guys have any? You guys feel strongly about snakes?
Sounds like you're tempting fate right now.
Well, I mean, a rattlesnake, I just already assume it's gonna, do damage. But I've been around smaller snakes, like garden snakes, or I don't know.
But not a rattlesnake. Obviously, poisonous snakes. I'm afraid of. I'm not.
Poisonous.
I thought you said you weren't afraid of snakes. And they're putting a cobra in my face.
Right.
But in general, I don't mind. Some people get even touching snakes or seeing them or anything. But you guys don't sound like you're very
normal. Snakes that are proven to be.
Let's say you're at the zoo and the keeper there had a snake and they're like, oh, do you want to put this snake around your neck? Would you say yes or no?
I mean, I'd probably say no just because I don't like the attention. But I mean, it's not the snake's fault. It's the zookeeper's fault. If there was a snake in a room that was like, "Hey, I'm safe. Please wear me," I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool." And it was just me and the snake.
I'd be wary of any snake that was saying was that enthusiastic about it.
If I'm walking into a room and there's a snake and he's next to a pile with a little sign in it that says "free bird seed," I'm gonna go eat the bird seed.
That's the oldest trick in the book, man. The oldest trick in the snake book.
The Book of Snake.
Supreme Chancellor Snake.
It was Snake.
Luthor?
What?
Talking about Luthor?
Yeah. Oh, he's a poisonous snake. This is a poisonous snake. Oh, he's a venomous snake.
Mm-hmm.
And this one,
right.
Hey, Cascabel has multiple venoms. Apparently, some of them have like a venom cocktail, essentially, like a 2-part venom strike.
Wow.
There's like the main one, which does all kinds of stuff. It impairs your vision, possibly leading to complete blindness. Auditory disorders, ptosis, which is like when your eyelid droops.
Oh, I thought it was when your toenails get all yellow.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
that's spitosis.
That wouldn't be good.
Paralysis of peripheral muscles, eventually leading to life-threatening respiratory paralysis. And neck, like it paralyzes peripheral muscles in your neck, which eventually becomes limp as to look broken. So you can't even lift your neck.
Oh, just kind of rolling around.
Can I ask you guys a personal question?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. You want to finish up with the poison?
The leading cause of death from this is actually from, I think, the other toxin, which produces acute renal failure.
Ugh.
So it makes causes you to it's very dark urine and then eventually complete renal failure.
Mm-hmm.
And so the survival rate without serum, without antivenom, whatever, is not the survival rate. The opposite. The death rate, the mortality rate without it is 78%. I think 72%, 72%.
That's pretty high.
Was that C?
With
C plus?
With the antivenom, the mortality rate is 11%. So that's still like one in 10.
Guarantee.
Wow, that's crazy.
And 11% is actually higher than this movie's Rotten Tomatoes rating. So,
so your odds are slightly better of surviving with the anecdote than it is finding someone who enjoyed Solo.
Yes, right.
That's good.
Alex, I have a question for you. I know you had a question, but I have a snake question.
Okay.
If we were at the house and that snake bit my leg, would you suck out the poison? I don't want to put you on the spot, but
are you awake? Is there anyone else around? 2 questions. Are you awake, and is there anyone else around?
What if there's someone else around?
Is that zookeeper here?
Are you saying that because you want it to be an intimate moment, or are you worried that someone might say, "Oh my God, he's terrible at sucking poison"?
No, I'm hoping someone else will step in and do it. Well, it's funny because my question for you is going to be very similar, but I was going to make it an acquaintance. Because if it's someone you genuinely care about, you're going to be like, "Oh, I want to do it to save them." But if it's someone you don't know, you might be
I don't think I would. Well, mostly because I wouldn't know what to do. Am I sucking out the poison? Because knowing me, I'll accidentally just swallow it. And I'll and then we're like, "Oh no, that wasn't Kool-Aid. That was rattlesnake poison."
Well, let me tell you, you guys will both be happy to know that the cut and suck method was discredited a few decades ago.
They should really be publicizing that more. They should be publicizing that more.
That's like movie crap.
Yeah, Venom spreads too quickly. Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like quicksand. Probably from the same movies. There's so you can't suck out enough.
And they got to suck out poison on the same scene.
Moves through your system too quickly. You can't. There's no possible way to suck out enough to make a difference. And it serves to increase the risk of infection and cause further tissue damage. Tourniquet is also dangerous, which is another thing that I've heard, which is you cut off the blood flow.
What, more dangerous than an 89% chance you're going to die from the poison? How much more dangerous could it get?
Now it is the best possible. This is helpful. Don't touch the wound. Seek immediate medical assistance while trying to remain calm. The Mayo Clinic suggested the victim remove any tight clothing.
Mayo Clinic.
See?
Mayo Clinic. It's the Toko Mayo Clinic show. And avoid any caffeine or alcohol, which can increase your heart rate. Don't take any drugs or pain relievers.
What?
Oh, man.
Wait a minute. This is so... Someone is like, hey, don't drink any coffee because you just got bitten by a poisonous snake. Whose impulse is going to be to go get coffee?
Starbucks is very tasty. I imagine, on the way to the hospital, you might
maybe
stop
you're
and
already
get a
online
Starbucks.
and you get bitten by a snake and then they immediately call your name, or you just got it and then got bitten by the snake. Well, what am I going to do? Not drink my coffee?
Spit out
Call
the
your
hot
name
coffee
out
on
with
the
the cup.
snake.
They call your name Man with Snake. Man with Snake.
Yes.
Slytherin, Mr. Sal Slytherin. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad to know we don't have to suck out the poison. That is a
it's a moot
relief.
point.
Good
It's
to know.
important. It's smart to remember what the snake looks like so you can describe it once you receive the proper medical attention, because that's a whole other thing, is determining which snake, because there's I was listening to a whole podcast about this a while ago. The snake venom is highly specialized.
Very deadly.
Exactly. So, there you go. Although, it's worth noting that up to 25% of bites from venomous snakes are actually dry bites, meaning they contain no venom at all.
Oh,
So,
I like those odds.
so if you look too big to eat and you just startled one in its habitat, it might not. Maybe if it's startled, it might be more. But if it's, I don't know, it's tough.
Can they choose who they want to poison and not poison?
Yeah, they have control over how much venom goes into their bite.
Wow, that's fantastic. I wish I had that power.
Yeah. You can control how much venom goes into your tirade.
When I bite people, I can determine how much venom I'm going to give them.
Right.
Can I ask a question about the sucking out the poison part again?
Yes.
Can I go back to that for a second?
Mm-hmm. No longer recommended.
Let's suppose, that brings me to my point. Let's suppose you and a friend are out walking and the other person gets bit on their thigh by a snake.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's on their thigh because it has to be close enough where it can't be in a position where they would not be able to suck it out themselves.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So they get bit by the snake. Dude, help me suck out the poison. Are you going to hold your ground and go, no, that's an old wives' tale? And while your friend is like, please try to suck out the poison, and you're just going to be like, nope. Are you guys going to commit? Or are you just going to be like, all right, I'll at least like go through the motions that I'm going to suck out the poison, even though I know it's just to kind of.
No, if anything, phones are really helpful because then you can just pretend you Googled it. No, it says you're not supposed to suck out poison.
Or you can just show them that
Why wouldn't you really Google it? Because that doesn't help the case.
Well, the person is dying. If you just go, hold on, I'll suck out the poison. Oh, wait, but I can't. You're like, but that's your home screen. Like, whatever.
That doesn't help your case, though. If you're like, I just Googled it and said not to do it. And he's like, let me see. And you're like, oh, hold on. And then you got to enter it.
No, I would say.
You have to drop your phone and break it. To be like, oh, oops.
No, the first thing I'd say is no. Within seconds, you will go blind. So you won't be able to see my phone anymore.
It said the best course of action is to close your eyes and stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 until help arrives.
Here, have some coffee. You'll feel better.
Or it might be like, depending on how much in agony they are. It might just for their sake, just be like, okay, here I go. Oh yeah, I got all the poison. Just being like, faking it just to be like, oh boy, yeah, that's a lot of poison there. You're...
Oh.
Or what you do? You say they should sell a snake bite app. And then once you get bitten by a snake, you press that and then you hold your phone over it and it at least makes the person think something is going on. Like, oh, this app is supposed to remove the snake poison. Hold it there. And then
it's just like
working?
beeping and...
Is it working?
Lights blinking and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't pay for the deluxe one. I just got the free one.
We have to watch an ad for a game.
There's an ad in the middle of the poison sucking.
Right.
Well, that's all I have for minute number 30.
Yeah, that was it. Tony, thanks for coming with us. Did you have anything else to say about Solo, the 1996 action adventure movie?
All I can say is this is the movie that is going to propel that and Mario Van Peebles into stardom.
Stratosphere.
In the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Mario.
Well, as usual, we want to remind everybody, hashtag make Solo 2 happen. We definitely want a sequel to this. We want to see what, there's, we haven't gotten there yet, but at the end, I think there's definitely some threads left hanging. So
totally.
Like to revisit that, encourage people to do that on Twitter. And we will hopefully see you soon with a brand new Solo
Minute.
Minute.